The following video is taken from the Outside Edge Foot program, which can be accessed for free through the link below. To start things off, we're going to do some sole expiation. After years of being mollycoddled in cushioned footwear, this is my number one go-to for rewilding our feet. Similar to rolling our feet out on a ball, but with a slight difference that with the ball, the knots can jump out of the way. With this, it's more of a steamroller action, and there's something in the linear direction of the roll that just feels more effective. To set up, you need some sort of firm cylinder, like a PVC pipe, a broomstick handle, or a rolling pin. I'd recommend having cylinders with at least 2 different diameters if you can. Also, you're going to want to do this in a door frame or with poles to lean on, as this helps you vary both the pressure and the angle you're going to apply through the foot. There are 2 techniques I want you to apply. 1. Starting with the thickest cylinder, you're going to put the ball of your foot on it and lift the toes. Now, keeping the toes lifted, roll the foot from front to back. Start slow and with light pressure to get the sole warmed up, and then you're going to build up to more weight and more speed if you wish. I want you to focus predominantly on the lateral arch or the outside edge of the foot, and the battle to keep the pinky toe lifted. I'll explain why in a minute. Do some complete passes, and then you're going to want to search about for specifically knotted areas. These will feel like lumps and could be painful to roll on. You want to find the right amount of pressure where it's uncomfortable but not sharp, like a good massage, and you're in control of the pressure. The second technique we're going to apply is to find a knot or a particularly weak or sensitive spot, and then you're going to reflexively pulse your weight on it, like this. So you're adding pressure, and just when it's about to be too intense, you're quickly taking the pressure off again, all the while trying to fight to keep your toes lifted against the urge to want to grab. Over time and repetitions, this will help to strengthen and open up and undo the knots in your soles. Once you've spent a good 2 to 5 minutes on the thickest cylinder, then you want to get a thinner one and go again, rolling out the foot and pulsing your weight on specific spots. How long for? You're going to want to do 5 to 10 minutes minimum per foot, working down through the diameters. Also, I'd recommend you do this every day or every other day, especially in the beginning, from 3 to 7 times a week. And I've put it as this part of the course because I think it's a great warm-up before you do the rest of the Earth program. There are 3 arches in the foot. The medial arch, which is the inside and the most commonly talked about, the transverse arch, which goes across perpendicular to that, and the lateral arch, which is on the outside edge. As I've stated, I want the main target of your exploration to be on the lateral arch. The outside of the foot is the ground floor of the skeleton. The outside of the foot makes up the ground floor of the skeleton of our body. The calcaneus, or the heel bone, connects to the cuboid, which connects into the pinky and the 4th toe. The big toe, 2nd and 3rd toe all connect into the talus via the navicular, which sits on top of the heel bone. As well as, or because of that, there's a lot of meat and muscle on the outside edge. And for those of us who overpronate, this is often very weak and therefore sensitive. If we can awaken and strengthen this side of it, then we'll be able to take more of the weight and help to restore balance to the bottom of our feet. Also, what happens when we step on something uncomfortable, the whole body reflexively jolts and tenses up. As we strengthen the bottom of our feet and its ability to bear weight on small objects, this aids in stopping the reflexive tension reaction upstream and helps us to move around and stay more relaxed in the body, as it's not in this constant state of low-level chronic tension from weak feet. As well as that, as we strengthen the outside arch of the foot, this aids in the medial arch's development too. So for anyone with plantar fasciitis or flat feet, this is an exercise you're going to want to do very regularly. Additionally, you may want to hit the other arches as well. You can do the transverse arch like this. This feels nice in helping to spread out the toes. And the medial arch is worked best on an angle like this. It can feel really good. I mean, like the best foot massage you've ever had. It's best done at the end of your session. It might give a new meaning to the term happy ending. A word of warning about this. The sole roll stimulated quite a big healing reaction for me. Like in Chinese medicine, the soles of our feet are connected with so many parts of our body, and stimulating them can cause all sorts of reactions. I got night sweats nearly every night for a week. Also, it will fatigue the bottom of your feet. So if you do have foot issues, try not to be on your feet too much for the rest of the day after this, or do it before bed instead. So in summary, we're rolling from front to back of our soles, keeping our toes pulled up as best we can, and prioritizing the outside edge. Also, pulsively loading our weight on and off the knotted tender spots, working down in diameter to smaller rollers for 5 to 10 minutes per foot. And I'd recommend you do it every day if possible, especially in the beginning. In my opinion, the sole roll really gets the low-hanging fruit in terms of foot gains. It is one of the easiest and most effective ways to improve the strength and health of our feet, starting at the very bottom. Time to get to know our soles a little better.
Let the toe fall down, because what's going to happen is when you're weak, you're not trained on it. See my foot? See how I can put all my foot on?
When I do it, my toe...
Now put it in the back of the meat part. I'll get out of the light.